Hi everybody, welcome to another night of hobbying with myself, Zach, and of course our dear friend Cire here.
Hello.
We are doing a variety of things today, and the reason we're doing a variety of things today is because we are still getting ready for Maelstrom Mixer. That's how you know you're going to a good event, when you're still getting ready. So let me kind of talk about what we're doing today as a start, because it does say mirror chrome.
Yes.
And we are doing mirror chrome, or rather I should say I've done some mirror chrome.
Yes.
And I'll show you this paint. We'll talk about it a bit. This is not our first mirror chrome rodeo, you and I. So we'll talk a little bit about this. I am at Maelstrom Mixer on Friday. The official event starts Saturday and Sunday, but there is a Friday night beforehand. And in the Friday night beforehand, we do a bunch of little games.
Yeah.
Including, I've been asked to run Aeronautica Imperialis.
Sweet.
The reason I get asked to run this is because I do love Aeronautica Imperialis, but also because I have like all the fleets. So until now, I didn't, but now I do because I have been painting up Necron
little
fleet,
Necron guys.
The Necron fleet. So we'll show you these guys up close here in a minute, and I'll talk about what I've done, and you'll see what I'm doing, so that we truly have all the fleets. It is unfortunately a no longer supported game, mostly. Yeah. But I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that a bit. Why I think it's kind of okay to have dead
games.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm going to be painting some Salamanders.
Yeah. You want to hand me a finished salamander?
None of these are finished, but he's pretty close.
He's pretty close. And then the least finished salamander?
Here.
Here we go.
He's a little scouty guy. Here, I'll give you the Lumex.
And then we'll turn to the Lumex here. Cire will be turning a bunch of these guys to these guys, several, all in the next 2 hours.
That's right.
Just kidding. Probably not all of them.
Probably not all of them. A couple of them.
But you're painting, talk to me. What do you paint? These are the new scouts.
Yep, those are the new scouts with some Phobos helmets.
I just got that. And by the way, for anyone unfamiliar with Cire and his pretty awesome paint job on his salamanders, that's right, they're salamanders, not Imperial Fist.
Not Imperial Fist. Turns out yellow can be for multiple chapters.
And talk to us about why they're yellow with the camo.
Because that is their old retro scheme. So back in the Rogue Trader days, the Salamanders were shown with this color scheme, this camo scheme. So I like to be a little bit of a hipster.
Yeah, and, that is hipster.
Yeah,
very specific word. Now listen, before we go any further, we do want to remind people to give us a like and subscribe if you're new to this. If you're not new, you've probably already done that. If you're watching this on replay, we think you'll enjoy watching on replay. Yeah. We're get the hobby along with. You just put an old episode of us on in the background, and just listen to some inane bullshit for 2 hours while we talk about stuff. So that's what we're good for. So like and subscribe if you like that.
Yeah, and also the little bell thing.
The little bell.
Listen, we put the train sound on there for you. So
yeah. So with that, I'm ready to start painting.
Let's get started. All right, okay? We said, look, the thumbnail said chrome, mirror chrome.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Let's
where
show
I'm
it,
guys. Folks at home. So here it is.
Boom.
Oh, that looks.
That looks
good.
I'm gonna turn up the brightness a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but there we go. So let me talk to you about what I've done so far. I did black primer. Next, I did. I didn't have glossy black primer. And to be honest with you, I haven't found a glossy black primer I like. Cire and I, and Brett, we've noticed that the Vallejo primer something's happening.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe we just have old ones, but I swear they're...
Well, I know because I got a new one, and it was still...
They're clogging a little bit.
And they used to do that. Something happened over there in the Vallejo factory. So I didn't have glossy black, so I just put a coat of gloss over top. Yeah.
Here, show them the paint you're using.
Then we use this stuff. Now, this is not our first time using the Neo mirror alcohol-based.
It's alcohol-based paint.
Alcohol-based paint. Sorry, talk to me why that matters, that it's not acrylic.
So, I'm not... Okay, so I can't speak with full authority on this.
Oops.
But in my experience, lacquer-based and alcohol-based paints tend to have the ability to go a bit shinier than acrylic paints do. And so I think that's why if you're looking for most of the times if you're looking at something super glossy like chrome or holographic type of paint, you have to look at lacquer or alcohol-based paints because acrylics just don't work well for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I put 2 layers of that stuff on. Then I, aka putty, blocked off. You can see where I did it, right? I blocked off the shape for the cockpit. And then for the cockpit, I then did a Monument Hobbies white to get it all nice and white. Then I did Dollar Bounty lemon yellow from this back angle at a pretty hard angle. That was the airbrush sound. Then I did Dollar Bounty green, emerald green at the front angle. And that's where we're at.
Sweet. Some people are saying they're having some audio issues. Should we change this to mono sound? Would that change things? Or should we just leave it?
Issues.
They're just saying the usual left and right.
Oh, that's normal. Yeah, we can do mono sound, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to mess with it. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we shouldn't mess with it.
Yeah.
Hey, let us know if it's super. You're basically an exact crossover. Interesting. All right, we're gonna screw with it.
Yeah, just see.
Hey, if it messes up, blame Umi.
Yeah.
All right. Did it cross over? Hello? Or did
Hello?
I just do the same thing?
How about now? Now we're talking. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Let us know, Umi.
Yeah. You know what I realized? I need to grab. Maybe I'll be okay. I'll figure it out. I just wanted a different palette, not a wet palette.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? I'm going to use the bottom of this.
Sweet.
It's fine.
All right. I need to grab my. I had a. Oh, never mind. I didn't even need to get up. Oh man, feeling that shot.
Yeah, we did a little Johnny Walker Gold label.
Yeah.
That's not really a thing we normally do. Well, we normally do a pre-show shot, but not normally Johnny Walker Gold label.
Yeah.
No, I do need some kind of palette.
Okay. All right. While you're doing that, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna start on this yellow aggressor. No change. You basically have a sound channel each. Interesting. All right. I'm gonna mess with that in a second. Actually, no. I'll mess with it now while you're getting something.
So, I'll come
Hold on.
up
Hey,
here.
check this out. All right.
How's that?
How's that?
How's that now?
Is that way worse? It might be worse. Let us know. I changed it to mono sound. So we should be hopefully combining the channels.
First step for me is on my brushwork journey to complete these guys is I need to. There's a little Necron warrior inside.
Lame.
Yeah, he's like totally just out in the open.
That's more even. Okay, sweet. Cool.
And I need to paint him. So I'm going to paint these little Necron warriors. Now, the color I'm using that I think, I asked Cire, and we thought would be the best, closest to the chrome paint without being the chrome paint, is just the Vallejo chrome.
Yeah, the problem is that the Vallejo chrome, because it's acrylic, can't actually go mirror, right? It'll be very shiny, but not quite a mirror.
And that's kind of okay, because now what I'm just doing is filling in some smaller areas, as you guys can see here. Oh.
I want an Inquisitor game, but set in AOS. Oh, dude, that'd be sick. 54 mil AOS? I'm down.
Yeah, I had asked people...
Cranial nerve now happy. Good.
I had asked people what dead game...
oh, yeah.
No longer supported by AOS for a poll, everybody. No longer supported, not by AOS, by Games Workshop. What game do you want?
What game do you want back? Actually, yeah, if we don't have one that's in the poll, put it in chat. I'm curious. I feel like Mordheim might be the winner. I haven't actually looked at what's winning, but...
It is winning, I think. People seem to like that game a lot.
Yeah.
I've never played.
I've heard it's...
I've always heard good things.
I'm interested.
Before my time.
It is before my time. Yeah, it's somewhat like... it's not quite an RPG, right? But it's like this idea that you're going back into the city, and it gets more dangerous each time, right? So it's almost like an...
It has a degree... I know people can have kind of colloquially and quickly explained it to me like a really cool version of Kill Team, but for fantasy.
Is it like Necromunda?
Maybe, or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe someone can let us know. Someone give us the short version of what is Mordheim and why should I miss it? Oh, party lights.
Oh, hey, yeah, big thanks to Soups for gifting a membership. We appreciate that. Who do you get? Joshua, nice.
Nice. Yeah, I guess we should say that, huh? If you... Oh, wait, we already did that, right? The like and subscribe with the little button.
We did hit the little button.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
But we do want to remind people, of course, that there are ways to support the channel. We appreciate it. This thing actually, we have mail time again today.
Ooh.
We had mail time last week. We have mail time again this week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm excited about this one.
This one is...
It's a little different.
It's a little different. It is not 40K hobby related. It's definitely a hobby related, though. A hobby.
Hey, what's up, Orange Justice? Someone needs to snipe him. I know we were trying last time. We couldn't get him. It's too wily.
Yeah. Orange Justice.
Yeah. So, yeah, Fantasy Necromunda.
Band member of Say Ferris.
I don't know what that means.
You know the band Say Ferris?
No.
Oh, my God. Orange Justice. Pretend you didn't hear that.
I mean, yes.
That's kind of weird. They're like... it's weird that I know them because they're like right around your...
My neck of the woods?
Your age group.
Well, now I'm going to have to go listen.
So I'm a little surprised. Because they're a little after me. Okay. I mean, I could have been into them, but I just wasn't. But no offense, Orange Justice. I know you're a member of the band, but... Okay, so hey, listen. Another thing we did want to promote today, real quick, is we want to talk about the monthly thing we've got going on at.
He got him!
Oh, cool!
Nice.
There you go. Chef got him.
Good job, Chef.
Nice.
Right. We'll have an award ceremony for your marksmanship.
Yeah, and thank you, by the way, Chef. Also on top of that, but yeah, cool. We got on Justice.
Nice. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about the monthly challenge.
The month is up. So we're moving on to the new month for our Crowing For It challenge. Crowing For It is the challenge we have going in our Discord. We're on to week 5 now.
It's one of these.
Or month 5, where you, I don't know, you and Meg reset them. So I'm just waiting for this to happen now.
There he is. It's the big monthly. All right, hey.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, so each month we have a challenge on the Discord where we give you a prompt, or specifically Soups gives you a prompt.
Mm-hmm.
And
Soup's our moderator.
Soup's the moderator. That's him right there, in his Sunday best.
Yeah.
We have a monthly challenge where he gives you a prompt. You paint a model that you think fits that prompt. And then at the end of the month, we choose which one we liked the best. And your prize is, we'll send you a physical prize. We don't always know exactly what it is, but it'll be something cool.
I need to send, actually, oh my gosh, I totally need to send.
Oh my God.
No, I know. It took me a while to get in touch with him, and then I do need to send,
yes.
Who won last year? It was Timbits.
Timbit.
Yeah, I need to send Timbits this thing.
We send you a cool physical prize.
Yeah.
And also, as part of your prize, you get to tell Soups how he paints one section of his Castle and Crow model. So we've got a bit of, if you've ever heard of the game, the Exquisite Corpse going on here.
Well, it's his Castle and Crow model for now.
Yeah.
But of course, one of the winners gets it at the end, so it could be yours.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look as bad as you think it would so far. It looks pretty good. Actually.
But listen, if you win, you can make it look terrible.
Yeah. Well, Sue's a good painter, so it's like it's weird because it's starting to look pretty crazy, but it doesn't look bad, if that makes sense. Yeah. But we're only 4 months in, so
there's still 8 months to go.
There's still a lot.
All right. So this month's prompt is power.
Oh my God.
So paint a model. Based on the word power, we are open to rules lawyering. Look, if you just run an electrical circuit somewhere and say that's what you did for your hobby, look, that counts as far as I'm concerned. We appreciate.
We might not vote on that one.
We might not vote for it, but you never know. The mood might strike us. So that is this month's prompt. Excuse me, power.
Yeah, and so thanks for everybody who did participate. We will. My guess is we'll be announcing the winner a week from today for April, because reminder, we're not going to be around. Oh, we got another one, yeah. We'll be doing Maelstrom Mixer this upcoming weekend, as we mentioned.
That's right.
An event that we're doing here local in San Jose.
San
Jose, and we actually are going to be streaming it.
Yeah.
So just a heads up for those who haven't heard this yet. A reminder that we will not be streaming our normal Sunday hobby hang, nor will we be streaming our Saturday Age of Sigmar game that we normally stream.
That's right.
But we will be streaming, and we encourage you to come hang out. It'll be a little different. We're streaming the event.
Yeah, we're streaming 40K narrative event.
40K narrative event. Very
Pretty
different.
big one.
Yeah.
And listen, it's going to be pretty sick. If you've seen some of the terrain we've been building for, there's floating terrain. There's also a lot of like lit terrain. It's super cool.
There's a lot of different stuff going on, and so we'll be there streaming all weekend. We encourage you to come and dip in and say hi. But as mentioned, we will not be just if you come in the normal time expecting Sigmar on Saturday or hobbying on Sunday. We'll be doing something different.
Yeah. It will be around the same time, though.
Oh, it'll definitely be
10 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll definitely be here when you show up. We'll just be streaming something wildly different than we normally do.
Yeah.
But come say hi.
Yeah, come say hi.
Should be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, what I'm doing now here is I painted the little guys. By little guys I mean the little Necron flying this thing. Now I'm painting like this spinal column thing. And I'm painting it the Vallejo black metal, and I'm going to give it a little chrome highlight where I still have chrome on my palette here. And then I'm going to do some recess washing.
Sweet.
I kind of like doing recess washing early in the process. What about you, Cire? Do you do it earlier?
Recess wash is usually pretty late in the game for me,
Pretty late in the
if
game.
I'm being honest.
I kind of find that it's like okay, it depends on what I'm working on, and I've started to glue things to bases more, crappily glue things to the wrong bases, and then paint them with a handle more. But I find that I tend to, my working order tends to have a lot to do with what can come off as I handle the model.
Right.
And I kind of find that recess washing doesn't come off at all when I handle the model.
Right.
So
Because in the recesses.
because it's in the recesses, and it's like a thinner paint. It's kind of soaking into the existing paint there and stuff. So I've historically done it pretty early in the process because I know it's not going to come off.
Yeah, makes sense.
Whereas I do like edge highlighting very close to the end, of course.
I actually think recess washing is kind of late for me.
It's very late for you, but you use a handle more.
Yeah, that's true.
And I am now. So now it doesn't really matter when I do it, but I still kind of do it pretty early. The other time I'll do recess washing, I don't know if you guys ever paint like this, but so whenever I come in here to like hobby hang or something, or just hobby, I'm kind of like, how tired am I? How mentally tired am I? How physically tired am I? And what am I going to do as a result? And if I'm super tired, I'll typically end up just assembling something.
Yeah.
Okay, but otherwise, if I'm batch painting or working on a few models, like I've been batch painting in smaller groups. Like this is the whole Necron fleet, 6 models. So I'm just gonna do them all at once. But typically, recess washing falls for me into this category of things where I'm like,
this takes no effort.
it doesn't take much effort. So if I'm like not like super tired or don't have anything to assemble, but I do have some recess washing to do, then I'll just do that. Like anywhere in this process. Do you feel like you always do the same order?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. But is your order based off of what makes sense to do, or is it sometimes based off real world things like, oh, I'm kind of tired. I don't exactly feel like picking out details right now. Like I don't feel like doing like 40 lenses, but I'll definitely like.
Well, I never feel like doing that. So
I never do either. But if I like can get up early and like come in here and just like every now and then I get like these like a couple times a week I'll get like a 2-hour power window where I can just like get through a lot of like rough stuff. You know?
Yeah. Panel lining is definitely an evening activity.
Evening activity, okay.
Yeah, Bryce saying they built a whole table. Oh man, you guys are gonna love it.
Yeah. The table is wild.
Make sure you come by the stream just to, even if you don't play 40K, just to see this cool table.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Okay, next step here I'm going to be doing is I'm putting down this Anthonian camo shade wash in areas of the... This is where I should get one of those things Rudy sent us that holds a single pot of paint.
Do you want me to grab?
No, it's fine. And I'm doing... Actually, sorry, it's not Anthonian camo shade. It's Beal Tan.
Biotang green.
Green. And there you go. Just putting it right in there and the little symbol. And I think I'm going to do these guys too. Boom.
Oh, hey, we don't have a graphic for it. I'm going to make a graphic for this soon. Oh, well, maybe I should wait because it's a weird drop off in viewers, whatever. Hey, any Chaos players out there? Mm-hmm. If you have a Chaos Warband, I want you to either leave in the comments or you can chat us right now. Tell me about your warband. Tell me about their color scheme. What's their deal? What's their lore? What do they like to do? Mm-hmm. Chaos Warband specifically.
Yep.
And I'm gonna put them in my army. I'm gonna paint one. I'm gonna paint up a Chaos Knight for them, for your warband, and put them in my army. Because I'm at a point where it's like,
what else do you do?
Yeah, I've got the main, the Khorne, Nurgle, Slanesh, Tzeentch Knights. Mm-hmm. I've done a bunch of stuff I want to do, but this is supposed to be a Bretonnia army.
Right.
So I need banners. I'm calling the banners. Tell me about your warband. Tell me about the color scheme. If you're doing Chaos Space Marines, I can transfer the
Yeah.
I can transfer them too.
It can be chaos. It can be 40k Chaos or Sigmar Chaos.
Yes, I will be making a banner for this. I'm gonna reach out.
Yeah.
To the Discord, to the YouTube.
We'll post on the Discord too and make a graphic. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if you
Megan and I supposed to. Yeah, Megan and I are supposed to. Oh, we are doing one. That's right.
Yeah, you two are doing one. I might ask Holly to do one.
Oh yeah, of course you gotta ask Holly to do one.
But yeah, let me know. I want to add your do my Maggotkin as a knight. All right. I need to wait.
Not
are those the
your Slaves to Darkness?
Yeah.
Did you say Mag again?
He said do my Maggotkin as a knight.
Oh, I see.
That's the purple and blue, right?
Yeah,
I can never do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, we're gonna see some of your stuff later, Chef.
I think that and plus the Nurgle Knights are like kind of a thing.
Yeah, Nurgle Knights are dope.
Nurgle Knights.
Who has the best knights?
Well, you mean rules wise?
Not rules wise, just aesthetics wise. I feel like Nurgle.
Kind of, maybe Nurgle. I don't know, man. I have to say, of the 4 God-specific armies in AOS, I sort of think Maggotkin might be my favorite.
Yeah.
Khorne, sorry to say, is my least favorite.
Same. It's funny because I like the way they play the most.
Yes.
But
they play cool. A lot of Khorne players actually don't like the way they play. Yeah. But I think that they play in a very cool, interesting way. But I don't know, man. The Maggotkin line is really a good line. The frickin' Huskoil guys are so cool, and obviously the new guy on the horse, right? We all love him.
Soups, I'm not doing that. Soups, no.
What did he say?
He said he wants pointillism knights. I mean, look, I could probably just do some stippling. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not. What's the famous pointillism art piece? A Day at the Lake or whatever.
Oh yeah. No, I think that's cool. I'm excited to see what you get and what comes out. Now, listen. Speaking Chaos and rules. Let's start some Darkoath. Let's
talk some Darkoath.
Yeah, so we want to today for our segment. We want to kind of come back and forth to Warcom because we won't be here Saturday.
Yeah, so we got to talk about it now.
We got to talk about all of the things that are happening in the world of Age of Sigmar 4th Ed. But before we do, let's talk about a little 3rd Ed release. Now,
hell yeah.
Question 1 from me to the community, Cire and you as well. Mm-hmm. There are some rules in here that are not going to work immediately in 4th Ed, including 2 heroic actions. We already have seen that heroic actions are going away. So this is a rule that's in place for another month or 2, and that's about it. That's fine. I'm a little surprised to see it. My guess is that most of these rules are going to be sticking around. And even the chieftains rule, I'm sure, will just morph into something. We know, they've made it clear that getting bonus CP is going to be virtually unheard of. So I don't think his rule right now he can. We'll talk about his rule in a second. Yeah. But
Yeah, maybe we should just open the PDF.
Yeah,
This is not a very good.
The article doesn't have much to say, really.
really
Let me start by saying I'm kind of it's interesting that
First
this
of all,
has come out.
look at this fucking guy.
It's cool artwork. Yeah. Talk to us about. You actually read all the lore.
I didn't read all of it. I read most of it.
You read all the lore. Talk to us. Talk to us about what you found interesting in the lore.
All right. So here's what I think. The whole trailer, right, for being a 4th edition is Sigmar lied.
Yeah.
It should have been about Darkoath.
Yeah. These guys are.
Maybe not lied, right? So Darkoath are basically Conan the Barbarian. Mm-hmm. These are people who were abandoned by Sigmar.
They feel abandoned by Sigmar.
They feel abandoned.
I think it's safe to say they pretty much were.
Yeah, so basically Sigmar rolled up into the realms, said, we're going to make some cities, and then people other than Sigmar, some other gods said, I don't think so, buddy. And he backed off and unfortunately left these people behind. And so these people have a bit of a chip on their shoulder.
They feel abandoned by Sigmar.
They feel abandoned by Sigmar, probably because they were abandoned by Sigmar.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not going to say, I don't think they're unjustified. I don't think they're right, just to be clear.
Yeah.
But they're not wrong in
They're
that
not exactly
Sigmar
wrong.
said, I'm out.
Yeah.
So basically the Darkoath said, or their outlook is, Sigmar is a wussy.
Yeah.
The dark gods suck, but at least they're truthful.
Yeah.
And the dark gods will give me something if I do what they say. It's kind of like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
If I stay on the good list, I get presents.
Yeah.
So they believe in Chaos Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
They feel. We won't go too deep into what Cire and I were chatting before stream, but they feel abandoned by the city folk, and as a result, they have turned to some dubious powers.
Who probably don't actually have their best interest in mind.
There's an analogy there, but we'll move on.
Yeah. So they don't like the gods. Yeah. And something that I think is actually really neat is that they don't even call the gods by their names.
Oh.
They call them like the Blood Crow.
They have their own names.
Yeah, the Blood Crow, the Thrice Hanged Man, the Sluneth of the Pit.
Whoa, Blood Crow is...
Corn.
Corn.
The Thrice Hanged one would be Nurgle.
Nurgle.
The Pale Elk. Pale Elk. I'm guessing that's Zinch.
Okay.
And then Saltesh of the Pit. I might have this backwards. Saltesh sounds like Slaanesh, so I'm guessing that's Slaanesh. Okay. But it could be Zinch.
That's super cool.
Yeah, so they don't even recognize them as...
Wow, these guys are fascinating, actually.
Yeah,
huh?
They're super cool. Thrice Hanged One is a dope name.
Thrice Hanged One is pretty cool, yeah.
And yeah, basically they're like, hey, look, I don't like Sigmar coming in here saying, oh, look at these savages. We gotta colonize them.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, I don't want that. Please don't do that. You already abandoned us. Who are you to come in here and tell us?
Exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah, GW's hitting a little closer to home over and over again with their lore recently.
Yeah. And also, again, not necessarily good. They're still chaos, right?
They are.
People are not... They're kind of fucked up.
Yeah, they're messed up.
They're messed up. But you can understand where they're coming from, is kind of the
absolutely.
point.
Sure.
So yeah, super cool lore. They're all basically pledged to Archeon, at least that's kind of the
Oh yeah, they pledged to Archeon, not Be'lakor?
Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah, honestly, I like where... I don't think they're going to do a civil war here.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see it brewing, right? You've got Be'lakor and his legionnaires who are like slightly more up-armored.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less savage.
Yeah.
Whereas you have Archeon who's like, I don't care, just join me. Because we all neither of us really like the Chaos Gods, but we both kind of understand that, we should probably take advantage of their gifts, right? Archeon also saying, I don't really mess with the gods, but you know what? They give me stuff, so.
Right. Yeah, I think it's interesting. Yeah, like a civil war would be kind of fascinating.
Yeah. I would really like that, to see like a Be'lakor.
I mean, I guess that kind of was slightly happening with to an extent, right? This is sort of what Warcry started as, right?
Oh, what is going on? Why does this look like this? It's all. Uh-oh. They censored it all. These pages are broken, y'all. I don't know what's going on with those. Anyway.
Maybe they're... Oh, just those? Now
Yeah, it was just those pages.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
Yeah, these are great. I'm going to paint these up. Specifically the Fell Riders, which we'll talk about the rules in a minute.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that this guy right here, better in combat than a Chaos Lord and Demonic Mount. What? Someone needs to talk to the Chaos Lord and Demonic Mount. Why is this guy who isn't blessed by chaos hitting just as hard as you?
Yeah.
What is why is his horse stronger than your horse?
Right.
What is happening?
He might be wondering the same thing.
He's like, what did I do? Why are the gods snubbing me? Also, the Wilder Fiend is amazing.
The Wilder Fiend is super cool. I think this is one of the coolest models. This is one of the coolest models of the year.
Oh yeah.
Model of the year. You know, they do that at the end of the year. I'm hoping to see the Wilder Fiend in there. I think for sure he's
in there already.
For me, he's up there for sure.
I don't. So Wilder Fiends are kind of interesting, right? They're kind of a cross between a Demon Prince and a Chaos Spawn. Because
you mean rules wise?
Not just rules wise, but like lore wise, right?
Okay.
And that a Demon Prince is something you ascend to, right? The gods, in return for your service, they give you all this power.
Right.
A Wilder Fiend is more like a Chaos Spawn in that it's sort of a punishment.
Okay.
But a Chaos Spawn becomes a gibbering mess of insanity. A Wilder Fiend, it seems to imply that there's, it's a person who fails in their oaths, but is still blessed with strength and power.
Certainly.
Yeah, but they're outcast from their tribe. These people, these Wilder Fiends are changed people who live off in the woods, who are still charged with protecting their tribe, but can't be part of it.
Okay.
Right, so they're almost like, you're given power, but it's also like it comes at a cost. Also, these are stronger than Demon Princes. So what is happening with this hierarchy?
Yeah, check
Demon.
Yeah.
This guy hits harder than a Chaos Lord and Demonic Mount. The Wilder Fiend is stronger than a Demon Prince.
We've seen this before. I feel like when they're trying to kind of balance like everyday mortal kind of armies, often with like, something like Custodes or something.
Yeah.
We've seen this kind of bizarre like. Did you guys get that right? Like,
Seems
for the longest time in Heresy, and my understanding is to a degree this is still somewhat the case. Both Solar Aux and Mechanicus sort of have Space Marines numbers.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
They fixed that a bit. Okay.
Yes. I'd say fixing is a word. I don't think people would agree with it.
Okay. When I was playing Solar Aux, it was very rare. Nobody had the army because of how it wasn't resin. I mean, it was all resin. There was no plastic. It was expensive. But when I was playing, you played against Solar Aux army. They picked you up.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, I think that's the one. So Salamanders and Heresy kind of suck.
Okay. But they're probably good against them.
They're kind of amazing against Solar Aux.
Yeah.
Against humans,
that
because flamers don't do crap against Marines.
I also know super melee legions like Night Lords and stuff are pretty good against them. But if you're trying to get into a shootout with them or whatever,
you're done for.
Yeah, you're done. Kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. The Wilder Fiend is super cool though. Lore aside or whatever his place in the pantheon of chaos units goes.
Do you want to talk some rules?
Yeah, let's chat a little bit of rules here. Are you excited about? How are you feeling about? You're a resident Slaves to Darkness player. How are you feeling about these rules?
They seem pretty good. They're not really my play style, but look, I finally got some cheap cav.
That's what you've been wanting.
That's what I wanted.
It's a synergistic play style, huh?
Yeah.
Like highly synergistic.
Darkoath want to work with Darkoath.
Yeah.
Is how it seems to be. They're building them. Here we go. All right, let's talk about the Chief 10.
So one thing before we even say that, I will say it's sort of interesting to me how this is I think the second Codex supplement they've done. Mm-hmm. Iron Jaws being the first one. Iron Jaws, I think the new Iron Jaws like they had rules as a chapter, not as a chapter, as a faction. There's no Darkoath rules.
Yeah.
There's just a collection of data sheets. That's it. I think is there one that there's no like here's army-wide Darkoath rules, right?
Yeah, they're not a separate sub-faction as of right now.
Yeah, so you just jump right in and start adding these things to your existing Slaves of Darkness army. Cire, we pointed up the box. How many points is it?
It's 460.
460, right?
Yeah.
So if you bought 4 boxes, which I hope you didn't, because as cool as they are, that's probably, I don't know. Well, I mean,
how many war chiefs can you have?
That's the issue, right? That's always the problem. Is like you don't really need that many war chiefs. I guess you could maybe if you were really in this army, like you thought this concept was very cool and you've been waiting for this, I think buying 2 would have been fine.
Yeah, getting 10 Fell Riders.
10 Fell Riders, 20 Marauder, or what are they called?
Marauders, yeah. Or not Marauders.
No, they aren't Marauders, right?
Yeah, we'll check in a moment.
And 2 Wilder Fiends, that's all fine. And probably 2 War Chieftains is fine. And then you've got almost 1,000 points, and the other 1,000 points you can do some normal Slaves of Darkness stuff, or you can do some, I don't know, you'd probably struggle, quite honestly, you'd probably struggle to fill the rest of the points with existing Darkoath stuff.
Right, you have the Ravagers, which are 100 points versus 80, so they're a little bit better. They have some good characters, like the War Queen and the Darkoath Champion. Personally, I like the War Queen a little bit more. But, you know.
Yeah.
At that point, it's like 80 points a model. They're not expensive heroes.
Yeah. So you're probably, unless you're really committing to a thing, which I'm expecting us to see a lot of people do, you're probably mixing in traditional Slaves to D.
To some degree, at least starting off. Actually, hey, in chat, if you're interested in the Darkoath stuff, tell me what are you hoping for? What units are you? What do you want to see added to the line of Darkoath? Like, do we want Darkoath elites? Like, where does that fit? Like, where is a Darkoath chosen equivalent? Like, what does that look? Is that just a Chaos Warrior? Like, what does that look like?
I guess I feel like you could. Excuse me. I guess I feel like we could get some archers.
Oh yeah, archers. Yeah,
some foot archers.
Or javelins, right?
Yeah, no. The chieftain. I mean, the riders can take javelins, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I'm sorry. Like it more. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I like it more than the melee option, but I think I do.
For me, they're so kind of. They're not great. They're not great melee, right? They're cheap. They're cheap.
It's almost interesting to give them the missile weapon.
Yeah.
Right? Do a little something.
Yeah.
So
here, let's talk about the rules.
Yeah, let's talk about the rules. So I like the chieftain. What do you think of the chieftain?
Chieftain's good. He hits hard for a 110-point model. Like I said, he hits harder than a Chaos Lord Demonic Mount. So what does that guy even do? Yeah, he causes mortal wounds on a 6. Not very likely to happen. He doesn't have a ton of attacks. But the whole thing with Darkoath is that they have oaths to fulfill, right? So in his is, when you pick this unit to carry out this is the 2 heroic actions thing, right?
Yeah.
That's really good.
This is a good ability, especially because they were like, you could also just do heroic leadership twice, which means try for a CP twice. Now, keep in mind 2 things. First and foremost, this rule is going away soon.
Yeah, almost certainly.
And
right?
so we don't know if this will get replaced with something. My guess is it will. But like I said earlier, they kind of made it clear that it's going to be hard to just pick up extra CP.
Yeah, they actually said that in today's article. There is nothing that gives you extra CP.
Oh,
right?
Literally nothing. Okay, so that's going away.
So far, at least.
So that's going away, and we know heroic actions are going away. So this entire rule is going away. What's the rule itself called?
Destined for Glory.
So they might give it something else.
Yeah.
Personally, I would not be entirely surprised if it was something like pick a Darkoath unit, roll a die, on a 3-up, they fulfill their oath.
Yeah.
Without actually having to go do their oath or something like that. You can kind of make guesses based on the names, because they usually won't change the name of the rule.
Yeah.
It's still going to be called Destined for Glory, right?
Or, it could be something like, you automatically reroll charges or something, or
Yeah. So that said, the existing one is very hard to beat, because he's probably going to get a command point, and that means he's probably going to give somebody +1 to hit or +1.
Yeah, some minor.
A command point's insanely valuable in third ed. So
yeah, and it looks like it's gonna be very good in fourth.
yeah, and so but again, presuming it's going away in fourth, interesting. Right now for the rest of third, this rule alone makes him pretty strong. He can deny and do finest hour.
Yeah,
He can deny and try for a CP. He can deny and heal himself.
Welcome, man.
Anything, right? Not to mention, remember, you have your weird Slaves of Darkness ones.
Yeah, exactly.
And he has the Eye of the Gods word. So he can re-roll Eye of the Gods and try for a CP.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. We'll talk about when we get to the Wilder Fiend. I seen someone in chat. Who was it? Someone said, like, I almost hope I never get...
Oh, the 12.
I don't want to turn into a demon prince.
Yeah, you can pick lower.
Yeah,
course, right?
you can. Yeah, so I don't want to turn into a demon prince.
They
We'll
know.
talk about that with the Wilder Fiend, and what I'm hoping that means they're going to completely change what a demon prince is.
Yeah.
I hope they turn him into a monster.
Well, maybe.
Beat stick monster.
Maybe, but I have to be honest with you. Like, in both fantasy and 40K, I feel like demon princes almost always fall a little flat of what people think they should be.
Yeah, I mean, in lore, they're supposed to be super crazy strong.
We never quite get like. It's weird because they're not a monster, right?
Yeah, they're not a monster.
So they do occupy this bizarre size space in both games, where it's like, what is this thing? Like it's bigger than an ogrin or an ogre.
Yeah.
It's not that big though.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this oath real quick, and then we want to move on to the next one.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't want to be stuck on here forever. So their oath is, if this unit was the first friendly unit picked to fight in your combat phase, after it is fought, this unit fulfills its oath. Once this unit fulfills its oath, until the end of the battle, add 1 to wound rolls for attacks made with melee weapons by friendly mortal Darkoath units while they're wholly within 12 inches of this unit.
Sorry, how does it fulfill the oath?
He has to be the first to fight in a charge phase, after a charge.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, that doesn't seem terribly difficult. It seems easy to fulfill, but if not, probably not the most optimal play, unless you're,
Yeah.
you might have to sacrifice some tactical gameplay in order to fulfill this.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's early in the game and he's like going to clear out a screen.
Yeah, exactly.
And keep in mind, people after the first thing fights, if there's also like 5 Marauders with him, people will typically then go into the Marauders and ignore him because he already fought. Right?
Exactly.
So
he doesn't do fight next.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
But maybe would have been too powerful, I guess.
Yeah.
If you can get this to happen though for him, +1 to wound in a bubble is.
Yeah, and especially because some of the other Darkoath, I think Darkoath Ravagers, if they fulfill their oath, which is make a 7-inch charge, I believe, they get AP2 weapons.
Yeah.
So you go to hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s.
I think that's what Riders get too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they both get
AP.
a bump in their end.
Which is like no joke for an 80-point unit. That's kind of insane.
No, Ravagers, Marauders go from Ren 1 to
2. Oh, is it Ravagers?
They go from Ren 0 to 1.
Okay.
And then Riders go from 1 to 2. I think.
Okay, we'll double check. Anyway, it turns a crappy unit into like not a joke.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this Wilder Fiend. All right, I think this is kind of the thing, right?
This guy is off the charts.
A monster.
Yeah. Cool rules. Interesting. What's your take?
I mean, the final rule being able to bring him back is nuts.
It is nuts.
Yeah. So like, screw turning into a demon prince because after rolling the Eye of the Gods. Let's just die and come back automatically.
Yeah.
So super good. Basically, his rule is you have a separate currency called what are they called? Feed on Flesh rules is what it's called. Basically, anytime a unit dies, a model dies within 12 inches of him, you gain a point. If it's a Darkoath model, you gain 2 points. You can have a maximum of 6, and at the end of your hero phase, yeah, you sacrifice points is what they're called. You can roll a number of dice, and depending on the number, you can get some of these things. So you choose one of these, and then you roll. So, Eye of the Dark Patron is for each 5-up, pick one friendly mortal Darkoath unit wholly within 18 inches of this unit. Until the end of the turn, they have the strike first effect.
Very good, yeah.
Super good.
Now, it's very unpredictable, right?
Yeah, 5-ups.
But the thing is that under most cases, you just want to fight first in one place.
Yeah.
If it's your turn, you've charged, you're fighting first there. If you've got Chaos Knights and you went in with a Chaos, that's what the Chaos Demonic
Exactly. If you set up in the hero phase, like,
Yeah.
okay, he's gonna have strike first, and this other unit's gonna have strike first.
Strike first, and then you still get to pick one more place.
Exactly. So,
So you really only I guess it's a good ability because you only really need it on one place. And I think this guy's gonna have 6 dice most of the time.
Yeah, it would be easy to set up because Darkoath, Marauders or whatever are not exactly the toughest models. Only 80 points. Too.
I also think that depending on your target, this is probably another reason to give the lances to the riders when we get there. But
yeah,
so you can kill some stuff in the shooting phase.
Yeah, the javelins. You mean?
Yeah, the javelins. Sorry. So yeah, this guy's wild. When I was reading his rules today, I was like, oh wow, he's very good for his points.
Yeah, only 170. So
I was saying that we know we're not getting another points increase, but if we were, this guy'd go up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of all of these, there's like Immortal Wounds, there's Healing. The one that caught my eye was Dark Might. So for each 2-up, heal 1 wound allocated to this unit. In addition, for each 6, you can add 1 to this unit's wounds characteristic for the rest of the battle. That's kind of crazy. Considering you're doing every hero phase,
Yeah.
Theoretically, you could end up with 30 more wounds.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, but
It's not gonna happen, but it's
theoretically possible.
It could get out of hand.
Yeah, it could absolutely get
out of hand. And late game, you could be dealing with this thing with something like 14 wounds or something.
Yeah, it's like suddenly no joke.
Yeah.
Fell Aura makes him invisible. We've already heard that shooting's not going to be super crazy strong anyway, but that's pretty good for magic denial too. Mm-hmm. Not being able to be targeted by magic. Yeah, and then the last one is each time a friendly Darkoath hero is slain, if any friendly Darkoath Wilderfiends have been slain, you can roll a dice on a 2-up, pick one friendly Darkoath Wilderfiend that has been slain, and set it up again on the battlefield, wholly within 6 inches of a terrain feature or battlefield edge, more than 9 inches away from all enemy units, with no wounds allocated to it, and its sacrifice point set to 0. So, if you've lost a Wilderfiend, you lost a hero, just potential, and on a 2-up, bring it back. That's super good.
Yeah. So we were saying before stream, I think I like this guy running up turn 1 with some Marauders, grabbing that objective. Marauders screen him. They die. You get a bunch of points. You use the points to do mortal wounds for whatever killed the Marauders on your next turn. Hope you don't get double turn. And then charge in, do your damage, probably get killed. And that's fine. Then you're just going to wait for one of your heroes to die. Maybe you've got a hero up there dying too.
Yeah, exactly.
So I kind of like it.
Yeah, I mean, just being able to bring back a freaking Wilderfiend is like awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of wild actually.
And also, and it specifies you can bring them back multiple times.
Yeah.
So
that I was not expecting to read.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw there's a designer's note, I was like, oh, this is going to be talking about how,
No. You can bring him back multiple times. All right, Marauders. Darkoath Marauders. The basic. Nothing special.
Yeah, I mean, but they're good for basic troops. Like,
yeah, I mean, 1 wound.
They are 0 ren, right? Go to 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if that's these ones. Let's see.
I think they pick up a ren, yeah.
Well, this unit is wholly within... Each time a model on this unit is slain by an attack... So on death, on a 5-up, they do mortal wounds.
Always good.
Yeah. If you make it... so their oath is make a 7-up charge. Once this unit fulfills its oath until the end of the battle, rend characteristic for its weapons goes up to AP 1.
Yeah.
Which is, AP, like we said, if you get this off with the leader, suddenly your 3s, AP 1 damage.
2 attacks each.
Yeah, it's like not terrible.
It's not bad at all.
Not bad for 80-point model.
It's super cheap. Is the thing.
Yeah. And it seems like there are going to be ways to buff them up. You can reinforce them, have a 20-point model for 160.
Yeah, it is a very synergistic army.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like its synergies are too hard to pull off.
No. what does it remind me of? Is it kind of like GSC? Is that what I'm thinking? No, it's almost like Space Wolves, where you have to fulfill your your not oaths, but whatever they're called. Sagas, but these are like better than sagas. So, and then this is what I came for, the Fell Riders.
Yeah.
125 points.
Okay. Never mind. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, I came for the horses. Look, it's just cheap horses. For me, it's a thematic choice. It's not about what they really do, but I won't say no to 12-inch, run, 2 wounds, 5 up. They have some, like, not great, but also not terrible missile attacks.
I hate to say it, but because I know you don't want to, you've got 5 from the box. Eventually they'll come out sold separately, but...
You want 10.
You want, honestly, I don't know. I think I would want, honestly, I think I might want a 10-man shooty squad.
Yeah.
And 1 or 2 5-man melee squads.
Think so?
Yeah, because I think I think the shooting squad is actually quite good for, like, I don't want to, so I'd, like, run a 5-man, like I was talking about the Marauders.
Yeah.
I'd, like, run them up with the Wilder Fiend turn 1.
Okay.
And do that stuff. But the 10-man shooting squad, I think, can, like, play around all game, help out.
Yeah, exactly. Just
like, that's no joke. They throw 2 or 1?
2. Oh, sorry, 1.
They throw 1.
Throw
but
1.
You can get these to rent 2.
Yeah. D3.
Right.
Yeah, D3.
Dude, when I saw that, that's freaking wild. So, dude, a 10-man shooting squad of these that you can get the rent 2 is no joke.
Yeah, you can always all-out attack them.
They win on 4s, but if they're near their boy, they win on 3s?
I think it's only melee.
Melee, okay. But even so, 3, 4... -2. It's on the back end where it's suddenly very.
It's like, D3. Oh my god.
D3 and -2.
Yeah.
Like, and nobody. Here's the thing. The second, at least in current third, and I don't see this changing in the fourth. The second you make somebody spend a CP for all defense in the shooting phase, nobody, unless you're playing Caradon Overlords, and that's like the only time you're gonna have to spend. Your army is good rend.
Yeah.
So, like, people want to spend the CP for all defense in melee.
Yeah.
And then they want to spend, auto attack, and then they want to spend auto pass morale, whatever. Yeah. The second they're like, oh, I have to spend another CP now in the shooting phase, only really Bone Reapers have that luxury.
And that's going away.
So, like, I think that's kind of crazy good. I really like that.
Yeah, 125 points to force someone, not force, but, like, make it a tough choice to freaking... spend a CP against a 125-point model. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here for it. They're a thematic choice for me, but honestly, they seem pretty good too. Yeah. So, also 12-inch move. That's not
12-inch move. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 up. Yeah. Or 2 wounds, 5 up. Pretty standard.
Yeah.
Human horse.
-1 to hit in shooting.
In shooting, yeah. That's not nothing.
That's like not yeah.
And there's their costs. All pretty reasonable. If, like I said, I would think if we were getting price increases, we'd see some of these go up.
Yeah.
The Wilder Fiend I could see going up at least 10. And the Darkoath Chieftain I could see going up 10.
Think so? I think what they should do is they should keep him low and then lower the price of the other mounts.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you're not wrong.
Or make them better, but preferably make them better, but that's not going to happen.
Anything, yeah.
Cool.
All right, we have more to talk about here, but in the meantime...
Yeah, this is Warcom Day.
This is Warcom Day, but we also have mail. We were talking about our mail. The mail is pretty exciting. So Gnome...
Hey, what's up?
Gnome Chomsky has sent us some mail, and he was pretty persistent that we got to it quickly, and it kind of makes sense why.
Yeah.
So we did go get our mail from Gnome. Here it is. It is from Mighty Cap Mushroom.
Nice.
Okay.
I love mushrooms.
Yeah, Mighty Cap Mushroom. That's upside down. Oh, it's not upside down. Okay, Mighty Cap Mushrooms. This is a company Gnome works for. And what was sent to us was a mushroom growing kit.
Yeah.
It's actually very heavy.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of dirt in here. Okay. So, yeah, not this hobby related.
I think mushrooms are their own hobby.
They're their own hobby. This is a variety of oyster mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, Italian oyster mushroom.
Yeah.
It's marked on the side there. And cut a large. Yeah, so I don't want to dive too much into this to show what's going on
On
here
stream,
on stream, but I do know I'm going to be growing mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I'm going to grow these mushrooms, and I'm going to grow them here at our apartment, but I feed Cire almost every time he comes down. So we'll make sure we give, we make something. I don't know what I'm going to make with him yet.
Ooh, yeah, there's so many options.
There's a lot of options. My instinct is just a pasta, like do some homemade pasta and do something. But there's not much to look at if I just pull this out. But what there will be is a lot of this to share on Discord. So here it is. Yeah, and there's where we grow them. So I'll figure this out. You smell it?
Oh, yeah.
It smells nice.
Yeah, it smells good.
Yeah, Gnome says it's oak and soy hall. So that makes sense.
Nice.
So
Thanks, Gnome.
Yeah, this is exciting. I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, we'll make sure to have pictures and.
Yeah, I'm gonna start this tomorrow, Gnome, not today. I hope that's okay. Hope it lasts one more day is fine. We're headed out tonight for an event after this, but tomorrow I will leave it in the box. Okay, don't pull it out. Okay, good. I'm excited. I'm gonna read all the instructions, Gnome. I'll do it. I'll grow them. And I'm really excited. We shared the link to Gnome's company.
Yeah, the link is in the chat.
It is in the chat. Yeah.
Or not in the chat, in the description, video description.
Yeah. So
mightycatmushrooms.com.
Yeah. It comes with a thing for me to scan for instructions, so I'm going to do that. I'll follow the instructions, Gnome, I promise. I absolutely want these because I love mushrooms. I had a few thoughts of what we could cook with them.
Okay.
So I could do a pasta. You know that like hot roast beef sandwich I've made a few times?
Oh, yeah.
We could do that and just like mushroom heavy it up.
I'm down. That sounds amazing.
With like a provolone maybe or something. So
we'll put it in the fridge.
We'll figure it out. Put it in the fridge. Okay. All right.
You want to do that?
I'll put it in the no. I'll put it in after the stream. It's not too warm in here, so I'll put it in after the stream. And God, it's kind of heavy.
Oh, we're dancing.
Yeah. Thank you, Liberty Fires. We appreciate it. No, thank you. Liberty, we'll get to you in a second. We know where this is going.
Yeah.
But, no, thank you. Cooking is at this point in my life kind of my
non-streamed hobby.
I don't have as much of a stake in cooking as I do in this, so it is in some ways more relaxing of a hobby for me than doing miniature stuff. I've done that to myself, and I'm happy to have done that. But cooking is something I can still just like go into the kitchen and do. He said I can get a few runs from it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So I might also do ravioli with it. I'm not sure. Ooh. Yeah, I might do a ravioli run. We'll see how much it makes. I'm very excited.
That's awesome.
I love mushrooms, and I've seen the mushroom growing kits before. Honestly, I saw like a big terrarium, and I've thought about it, but I just haven't gotten one.
Yeah.
This one looks extra easy to accomplish. So thank you, Gnome.
Thanks, Gnome. Have you seen those mushroom suits that you can be buried in?
So you just turn into a bunch of mushrooms when you die?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Sorry, unrelated.
Yeah, no.
Well, semi-related.
It's related.
Yeah, instead of these are not for eating, I don't think. But when you die, they'll just bury you in the ground with a bunch of mushroom stuff around you.
That makes sense, I guess.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, should we talk about this here, Liberty Fires?
Oh yeah, thanks, Liberty Fires.
Have you been to the Bean in Chicago? It was awesome. I went there last year, walked around, and made sure people knew about Justice for Avatar.
He did talk. I do actually remember. And the bean is from our thumbnail he's talking about, right?
Yeah.
We wanted something mirror chrome. I actually messaged Siri this morning. I was like, hey, I started the thumbnail, but I don't know what to put on this thing.
Yes.
I forgot about the bean.
The Bean. I have been to the Bean in Chicago.
I don't think I have.
It's pretty amazing, actually. It's kind of nuts. I went there after boot camp, because that's near Chicago. And I seen it, and it was cool.
Yeah. I've only been to Chicago once, actually, in my life. Megan and I kind of drove through it one time while we were headed up to the camp we used to work at. And it was not that far from the camp we worked at. It was just basically like 3 hours up the coast, the coast of Lake Michigan.
Right.
And a lot of people on our like 2 days off in between camp sessions would drive down and spend like a weekend
in Chicago.
But Megan and I never did.
Well, you missed out on this big bean.
You know, the thing about Chicago, this isn't. I'm not gonna say anything bad about Chicago. I'm sure it's a really cool city. It looks super cool. But what I will say is that it's a big city. But Meg grew up in L.A.
Yeah.
And I grew up in between Baltimore and Philadelphia, and went to New York multiple times as a kid.
Yeah.
Like once every couple of years at least. So like, cool big city wasn't like a destination for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
As more or less city folk. Yeah.
There was something real. So I went to. It's not called Sears Tower anymore, and it wasn't at that time either. But
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
the big tower there.
Yeah.
So because Chicago is surrounded by completely flat land, it's very different getting a view from there, right? You go to San Francisco, you look out, and it's like, oh, the ocean and some mountains and the bay. You go to New York, it's like, oh, cool, look, just more city and the ocean again.
Yeah, yeah.
But you go to Chicago, and you look out of Sears Tower, and it's like, oh, I can see forever.
Yeah.
It's all flat.
Interesting.
It's kind of trippy, honestly. It's really cool.
Yeah, if it's a clear day.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's just the horizon.
We didn't go up Sears Tower, but when we went, we could see up, and it was just like it went up into fog.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was
It's
very
like,
cool,
whoa.
actually. We couldn't see the top or anything.
Super cool.
And I think it might have still been called Sears Tower when we went.
Right.
Yeah. This probably would have been 2009, maybe. Or
Yeah, I think it was probably still Sears Tower then.
yeah.
I don't know what it's called now. Let's call it that building that used to be called Sears Tower.
Yeah.
You want to show off where you're at?
Yes.
Are you
actually.
done?
No. I'm not.
Not done.
I'm not done, but I could also keep going. Well, I haven't done anything with the guns yet, so I do need to do that. This is how they're looking. The recess washing, we've picked out some details. I mean, they're Necrons, right? So this is what I'm going to do now. I am going to see how a little bit of yellow highlight looks on some of this. Edge highlight.
Yeah.
On some of the cockpit. I'm going to see if I like that. And I'm going to deal with the guns. But honestly, the guns, I kind of want to do with an airbrush. But they've been airbrushed a little bit. I might just kind of try to pick out some yellow details with them. I'm gonna play around with the guns yet. But like, pretty cool. I like these little guys.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm happy.
They're looking great.
I'm happy with this look for the Necrons. They'll look cool compared to the other factions I've painted. And I don't think I have a green faction yet for Aeronautica.
Well, you could have done Salamanders.
I did Ultramarines. So I
boring.
did my Space Marines as Ultramarines. My Imperial Navy is white and yellow.
That's nice. I like that, like retro
60s
sci-fi.
My Asuryani are painted like my Asuryani.
Red.
My Simhan, so like a coral.
Yeah.
The orcs are also, they're metallic red. They're turbo orc red.
Okay.
And then, what are the other factions? Oh, my Tau are painted like my Tau.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're green.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of a minty teal. There's a bit of blue in there
too. It's
too.
a mint teal, yeah. I'm a little sad. We'll actually close our poll here in like 1 minute. I'm actually a little sad about Aeronautica
Not winning.
ending. No, I didn't even put it up. I knew it wouldn't win. I'm a little sad about it ending in some ways, but I also am kind of like, well, why I'm sad about it is two reasons. One,
Okay, do you want me to close it?
yes.
There
It
we
looks
go.
like Battlefleet Gothic is the winner. Let's chat about that in a second. What else? Say dead games are kind of interesting. What else?
Oh!
What else?
Liberty, I'm not trying to report you. Hold on. I'm trying to. There we go.
What I'll say is the rules and the balance in Aeronautica, it actually ended in a pretty good place.
Okay.
I think the factions are pretty balanced. I know a lot of people are going to say their Suryani are not good, but actually, and I hate to be that guy who's like, if you play them enough and get good with them, they end up being amazing.
Just get good.
Yeah, they just take a lot. They take a little bit of practice. They're very fragile, like they should be, and they hit okay. But what makes them good is their little cute movement trick rules.
That's Eldar in a nutshell, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think it ended in a good place. Why it's sad is that they didn't get to doing Chaos.
Yeah.
They didn't get to doing Drukhari. And they didn't get to doing Tyranids. And quite honestly, maybe the game comes back in 5-10 years and they they chill out on going balls to the wall on the Imperial forces, and
That's
they're
not
like,
gonna happen.
here's 3 new Xenos factions, and yeah. Well, to be fair, they left themselves off in a good space. Space Marines don't have very many models.
Yeah.
So they could get some. The Imperial Navy is what's like
The big.
overloaded with options. Yeah, it's kind of stupid. So they absolutely could come back and say, "Cool, here's some of the other Space Marine flyers." My guess is there'll be new Space Marine flyers by then too.
Oh yeah.
For Primaris,
Primaris,
etc. So I don't know. I'm kind of guessing that they will. One day it'll come back. And in the meantime, there's something to be said about dead games and static rules. Battlefleet Gothic won our poll here.
Yeah.
Pretty resoundingly too. And Brett plays a lot of Battlefleet Gothic.
He does. He played it at Adepticon recently.
Yeah, and he has kind of a similar take. Him and I have talked about this, where he says, having the game be complete is sort of like, okay, why not? It's like, it's not the worst thing in the world.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm okay with it. Which one of these do you want to see come back?
Mordheim. Just because, look, I wasn't around for any of these games. Right? I wasn't, all of these are before my time.
Same, honestly. Epic or Inquisition was like forever ago.
Yeah. Inquisitor is like really close
Inquisitor,
because it's like, that's a different scale game. That seems really interesting.
Yeah.
But just the amount of hype around Mordheim, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
is it really, if it's that good, then we need to bring it back. I think they could bring it back. They brought back Curse. I guess that's what Curse City kind of was.
A lot of people said that. Yeah, I think people enjoyed Curse City.
I think Curse City is a callback to Mord. I think Mordheim is called the Curse City, or was the Curse City. I might be wrong about that, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm curious. What the hype is?
Like, why do people like it so much?
Yeah, like what specifically was the reason?
Yeah, and like I can't answer. I did not play. I've not played any of these games. I've never even played Epic with Brett yet.
Oh. Oh, also, sorry. Everyone who wants Battlefleet Gothic back, sorry. They're going to make it Horus Heresy. They're going to bring it back. It's going to be Battlefleet Solar.
Yeah.
Because that's what the... Yeah.
Is this them? If you're, like, you don't know that, but if that is what happens, which, like, none of us would be surprised.
Yeah.
Is this them trying to get people into Heresy? Into the setting?
I think it is them playing it safe and setting groundwork. Because they know Space Marines are always going to be the most popular faction no matter what. So if they start with double, both factions are Space Marines.
Well, Space Marines are only the most popular faction because they push them that way, right?
Yeah.
They don't have to put Space Marines in every starter box. Idiots.
No,
it's 100% their fault.
Yeah.
It's their fault this time, 100%.
Yeah, this time, 100%.
Yeah.
Look, you say that, then they did Aeronautica, and then it died.
Yeah, Aeronautica's box set, when it opened up, it didn't have Space Marines.
Yeah, no, it was Eldar and Tau? No, it
was Imperial Navy and Orcs.
Imperial Navy.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you the truth, guys. If they do it, it's gonna be Battlefleet Solar.
Battlefleet. Yeah, fight exciting battles in the rings of Saturn.
That actually sounds kind of cool. Yeah, and then it'll be, what they'll do is they'll do Space Marines versus Space Marines, and they'll do Solar Ox and Custodes.
Solar Ox and Custodes are on the same side.
Oh yeah, no, those are just the other factions, so you can fight against Chaos.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then no one will be happy, and then they'll do Dark Mechanicum or something.
Yeah, you guys always wanted Dark Mechanicum. Here they are.
Here they are.
And they already did that with Aeronautica with the Thunderhawk.
Plastic Thunderhawk.
Oh, we got a plastic Thunderhawk for you. Now we're gonna cancel the game.
Yep. Thanks.
I think I am serious though. I think if a game gets kind of stopped and they say, hey, we're not gonna support the game, I sort of wish, they don't want to put themselves in a spot where they're like, hey, it's gonna come back later, don't worry, because that's what like every YouTube channel does. Like, don't worry, we'll stream this game again, and then it never happens again.
Yeah.
So I don't want them to do that, but it would, my assumption is like, I don't know. I used to say this thing in my club, which was like, no, I'm excited for Crew to get new models. People are like, Crew are never getting new models. I'm like, really, never, dude? And this is like 8 years ago. And I'm like, never? Seriously? And they're like, yeah, why would they? And it's like, of course they're going to, right?
Yeah.
Of course Vespa are going to, of course all these things, of course Aeronautica is going to
Given enough time, it'll
right,
happen,
like,
right?
all these things are going to come back. There's plenty of things for you to occupy your time with, and you can even keep buying Games Workshop games and playing their games and occupy your time, right? So, of course it will come back. And in the meantime, it's a fine rule set. Battlefleet Gothic has had a lot of fan support.
Yeah.
To fix some issues. But my kind of understanding about Battlefleet Gothic is that it does still have some issues.
Yeah.
In particular, I know Eldar can be kind of
Annoying,
and Necrons as well have some kind of like crazy rules.
Yeah,
so,
non-interactive rules is the way it's been described.
Yeah. So, never say never for any of these games for sure. Mordheim, yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious if Mordheim came back. We have yet to see how much they love the old world setting, right?
Yeah.
And how much they want to do in this setting.
I mean, I do wonder. So, like, sorry, maybe we should just go back.
Yeah.
Cursed City was more like the original Warhammer Quest, but definitely had the Mordheim vibe. The rules were super dissimilar, though. So that's what I'm saying. I think they need to bring back. I think they could bring back Mordheim in AOS, but they need to have the same rules. Like you can make new lore, you can give it, but as long as you have that grungy, kind of like Cursed City aesthetic, you make it so that it's open to all factions.
Yeah.
And that you're going in with like teams almost. It's like they need to combine Warhammer Quest and Warcry and like a little bit of Necromunda into one, and like they just. And if they market it as, oh, if you liked Mordheim, this is just Mordheim with new models, I'm sure it would fly off the shelves.
Yeah.
And Stormcast are not invited, so there you go.
You don't have to put Stormcast in every box.
Idiot. Or self-inflicted wound. Too much fucking around.
We get a lot of gems.
We gotta get a lot of good comments.
Actually, we don't. We don't get very many mean, horrible comments at
don't.
all. We love the ones that we do get. We feel like we don't get enough. And then we said this last time, and then some of you guys went and made rude comments, and it was kind of like, oh, geez, guys, come on.
All right.
They're better when they're natural.
Yeah.
When they mean something. When you really
want to hurt our feelings.
Yeah, it's better when you really want to hurt our feelings.
All right, should we talk about some more rules?
We should. We want to chat prosecutors. I'm curious what you think on this model. We've heard
Okay.
Brad gives a thumbs down.
Oh, I was going to say, don't tell me.
Oh, okay. Now that I did, you want me to tell you what everyone else said?
Yeah, just tell me, but... wait.
Have you seen them yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't look at them for very long.
Meg gave it a surprise thumbs up. That's a surprise.
I just said don't tell me.
Oh, then you said yeah. Right?
No.
No?
Well, now you might as well just tell me.
No, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, just tell me now.
I think I'm fine. So you're kind of breaking a tie on what we know. Oh, I think Steven...
I'm gonna say Steven said they're okay, but he didn't like one specific element of them.
That sounds like Steven. I think Steven actually was all gung-ho on them, though.
Oh, really? That's surprising. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna say... first off, the wings look like Zinch.
The wings are a little zinchy.
The wings look a little Zinchy. I don't hate them.
I don't hate them, but I agree.
I'm kind of, okay, I'm neutral on the wings.
Neutral on the wings, okay, I like it.
I think everyone's going to talk about the helmet, right? That's the thing that is divisive, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it might be.
Ugh. I don't. Okay, I like the helmet. I don't like the crest. The crest is what's I'm not feeling.
No?
No. I like this open-faced, kind of Corinthian style helmet. This like Spartan helmet.
Same.
And I do like that you can see their face.
Yeah.
Yeah, not feeling the mohawk though. It just feels like too much.
It's big. It's a big mohawk.
Yeah.
You'd expect that to be about half the size.
Yeah, or like hair. Or like a solid... I just don't like that it's a bunch of like flares. Like if it was one solid piece, it'd be fine. If it was horsehair, it'd be fine. If it's this thing that... It looks like fucking Aquaman or something. I don't...
Yeah, someone just said, Madman said, kind of aquatic.
Yeah. Okay.
I love the trident though.
I'm digging the trident. Although I think they showed another one with like just a spear. I think I prefer a regular spear.
Too aquatic?
I feel like the trident is too big. If they scaled the trident down like 25%, it's a little too chonky.
Yeah. By the way, don't show us any Custodes people. This is a lady.
Oh God,
Stormcast.
they're gonna
gonna
freak
lose
out.
Well, no, guys, we'll keep that because the lore said.
Yeah, that's not why I'm being fucking weird. All right. Yeah, no, it's Venatari. It's Custodes. It's Venatari.
Yeah, I mean Sanguinary Guard too, right?
Yeah.
People are like, I mean, I guess the current Sanguinary Guard models are cool.
No, they're not. They suck.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, these are gonna be good Sanguinary Guard.
Yeah, these are good Sanguinary Guard. This one looks way better.
The cool thing about using these as sanitary guard,
Sanitarium Guard.
sanitarium guard, is actually that like, if you try to use them as Venatari,
Yeah.
they don't match the armor of the rest of your Stormcast.
Yeah.
Excuse me, of the rest of your Custodes.
Yeah.
And frankly, I don't know if the scale's quite there. They should be a little. They should be a little more slender and thinner than.
You swap out a helmet to a cone helmet, you're good.
Okay.
Even though the Venatari don't have cone helmets.
But again, the armor doesn't match. But with Blood Angels, like the rest of your army is a normal Blood Angels army, right? So then the fact that these guys' armor doesn't exactly match and you're painting it gold, like it's fine.
Yeah, the Sanguinary Guard are different anyway.
They have totally different armor.
Although
I'm gonna grab a paint while we keep.
I will say they're missing abs.
Are they?
Yeah. They've got chainmail.
Chainmail instead of abs.
Which, honestly, I prefer it. Although, man, talk about a weak point.
Yeah.
Just stab him in the stomach.
Yeah.
They should probably fix that. Or Sigmar should probably do something about that. Looks good, though. I like it on this guy. Okay, yeah, I've gone back on it. The spears look better than the trident.
Oh, you do like the spear?
Yeah, spears look better than the trident. Oh God. Personal preference. I wish the shield was just plain. I would prefer it if it didn't have the. That's supposed to be Sigmar, isn't it? Why does it look like Cthulhu? the tentacled face.
I don't know what that is actually.
I would prefer it to just be plain and allow me to put a transfer on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give it a thumbs up.
You'd be weirded out if it was like that though. If they did that, that was a plain. You'd be like, what the heck?
Put a transfer on.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm not saying. But if that model came out, you'd be like, I'm surprised that this is such a plain shield.
Yeah. Yeah, I can scrape it off like the Imperial Aquila or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah. That everyone keeps correcting me on.
That, Polly?
Madman.
Oh, Madman, yeah.
All right, I'm going to give a thumbs up with some caveats.
Okay.
Change the helmet, at least the top, the mohawk.
Okay.
Cut off all the spikes.
Oh, no.
Cut off all the spikes.
You're over spikes.
I'm over it. Cut off all the spikes. I'm on a big simplifying models kick.
You are.
Yeah, I think.
Well, then you're gonna love those BattleTech models up there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm big on simplifying. Cut the spikes, ditch the face on the shield, Yeah, I guess you can leave the butt of the spear as it is. I would prefer if it was just like a round thing. Yeah, and then we're working then.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I like. Like I said, Meg's surprisingly like that. She's not usually a big fan of any of the Stormcast stuff.
Yeah.
It's just kind of not her aesthetic, and
Now,
but she liked it. Brad wasn't the biggest fan. I think the helmet was his issue as well.
I mean, just imagine these guys with these helmets. I know we're not going to talk about them, but come on, just give them these.
This is the Liberator.
Problem fixed.
Oh wait, who is this?
This is the Reclusians,
Oh yeah.
which are the best Stormcast models in my opinion.
These look cool.
Yeah, and you know what? Leave the spikes on this one.
You like the spikes on this one?
It's fine. There's another model that is kind of similar. It has this like headpiece.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about? There's a Stormcast model that has a piece behind its head. And look, GW can make some good models, but the first time I seen that, I was like, oh, that's a kit bash. Someone just took a Space Marine fucking, hip armor and put it on the back of that guy's head, and it doesn't look good. No, that's the official model.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so.
I don't think I know which one you're talking
Ooh,
about.
don't love it. The best kits are the ones that look most like Space Marines. Yes, the ones that look most like Black Templars.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy is cool. We haven't actually really talked about this guy yet.
Dude, these are badass.
These guys are cool.
Yeah, and they got that little guy.
Oh
The
yeah,
little
yeah,
guy
yeah,
hangs
yeah.
out with them. He's like,
That's
hey,
right.
what's up?
That's them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold this stick. The poses are kind of static though. They're all kind of the same.
Yeah, I think they're like stoic-y dudes, right?
Yeah. Not bad though. I dig it. All right, cool. Oh, did you want to talk rules?
We did miss. There are some rules. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? The spell rules.
Oh, you want to talk about those?
Yeah.
Yeah, who cares about these? We don't play this. We don't play Stormcast. This, also very excited for this.
Yeah. So it seems like you read this more than me.
Yes. So okay, I might get some of it wrong because I read it a while ago. And what I mean a while ago is I read it when it came out, which might have been earlier today or yesterday.
Yesterday.
Okay, so they're bringing. So okay, you now choose a manifestation lore, which is separate from your spell lore and separate from your prayer lore.
Right.
So you have these new manifestations, and so you can now choose a specific lore in addition. So they have like neutral ones, right? So like you can have your Lore of Chaos manifestations, but you also have these, right? These are universal.
Right.
And they all seem pretty cool. They're all free, supposedly.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I like it.
Yeah, the main freak out currently is if the Kron Spine is going to be like he is now, and is he going to be free? That seems unlikely to me.
Well, I think they said they're going to... I mean, I might be wrong. I think they said they're going to be free, so they're definitely going to have to tone it down.
Yes, exactly. But just everybody getting a free Kron Spine for the game is not going to happen. And I know that you guys are like, come on, you say that, but we've seen... Nah, not in this case.
No free Kron Spines?
We're not all going to get a free Kron Spine, guys. You guys know that.
Something interesting is, look, if you can't dispel it, you can now fight. You can beat them up.
Just try to beat it up.
Yeah, it was like, oh, look. This little... I'm going to go fight that purple sun.
Yeah, and most of them don't look too hard to beat up either.
No. They also were smart and thought about... so you're obviously you can move through them, but you can't end a move on them. They're trying to make it so that you can't just completely block off the board with them. Right. You can move into them and out of combat with them without issue.
Right.
So that's good. But
I mean, they're sort of like that now. In this regard, they can be good for blocking, but not the end all be all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I honestly, this is the first time I've truly felt that. Yeah, we're gonna have to kind of wait and see some more rules. And somebody asked me this the other day in the hobby hang. How do I feel about the rules? I was kind of like, I mean, this is the first time I felt like they teased too little, and we're sort of like, oh, okay. I mean, without much of a picture, it's hard to get too hyped. Or this is purely interesting right now.
Yeah.
It's hard to get hyped about this for me, Cire, anyway. You're saying you're interested in it, and or you're.
I mean, I mean, it seems cool. It seems interesting.
Yeah, and I won't say no to things that make list building in AOS more interesting, because while I'm kind of okay with it, the list building in AOS has been very simple compared to 40K, for example, for some time.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a problem for me, but I think it. A lot of people would want the list building to be a little. I think a lot of people would ask for that.
Yeah.
Can I get a little more list building, please? And this might help accomplish that without doing things like having something cost 17 points per model.
Oh.
Sigmar wants to have these nice round number, or not, these nice multiples of 10 numbers for their costs, and not have a lot of unit customization. So this kind of does something interesting, I think.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to find the name of that model that I keep talking about for the Stormcast that I said looks bad with the thing behind its head.
Oh, okay. Has anybody said?
Some people are throwing some stuff out, and I don't think anyone's got it just yet.
Okay, I'm doing a little red Necron lens here.
Oh my god. Just let me look at the models. Come on. There we go. Alright, the unit is not Bastian, although his looks a little funky. So does Gavriel's. Is it the Knight Arcanum? Yeah, the Knight Arcanum. That just
It does kind of look like a knee pad.
Yeah, it looks like someone just threw a
Primaris.
Yeah. Here, I'll.
I think the way they painted it makes it look kind of cool, because it's like a.
I like that face.
The face is cool, and then the red is like a little bit of like a backdrop for it. So I don't hate it, but I get your point.
Morden Zane. What? It's not available.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. It is not available. You might not be able to find this.
Lordy. Okay. Is this a tiny picture?
How are we doing on time?
Yeah, we're running out.
Ooh, okay.
Where's the browser? This one. Not the... Oh my gosh, what is happening? What is this? Get out of here. Oh my god.
First time?
Ah! What is happening?
First time on Lexiconum, bro?
Let's just go here. Here, let's just go here. That's better.
You didn't know that that happened. Yeah, so you got to use reader view.
There we go. This thing. Look at that thing behind their head. That just looks like a... the Space Marines, they have the little hip armor?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me.
No, I know. It does. This is a cool model otherwise, though, actually.
Yeah, it would look way better if it didn't have that stupid thing behind its head.
Well, listen, I'm glad you're at least neutral on the prosecutors, but I'm glad you're excited for the magic.
Can you imagine if they gave all the prosecutors this face? This blank mask?
That'd be
That'd
cool.
be badass.
That'd be super cool.
GW, hire me. What are you doing?
I know. It's more blank masks.
Yeah, more blank masks, more Black Templars.
We still have one more thing to actually even get through. I love my friend Michael Dunsmore calling me right now.
Oh.
Goes to show how much he supports the channel.
Michael, you clearly not watching.
Yeah. Thanks, Dunsmore. Yeah, thanks for the phone call right now.
Yeah.
So the other thing we want to talk about was Spearhead, and I actually do really want to talk about this before we get to fan stuff.
All right, let's talk about it.
This was another big drop from today, actually. So we're finally caught up. Curious what people were thinking about this. I'm excited for this. I missed out on this. I think I played one game with Spearhead. Yeah, I played one game with Spearhead. 40K. But I really missed out on which was called what? Boarding actions or combat patrol or
Yeah, boarding actions.
Yeah, yeah.
And and combat patrol.
Okay.
Actually, now that you mention it.
I can't. I missed out on it, but it looked interesting to me. And my guess is, and this isn't saying that I think the AOS team does a better job than the 40K team, although oftentimes
often they do.
Seems like they do. But what I was going to say in particular, staying positive here, is that at the very least it looks like they've learned some lessons for what these two game systems mean. They seem to be kind of talking about this. They're making it very clear what this is and what this isn't.
Yes.
And I kind of like that. So it is best looks like to be thought of as a standalone game.
Yes. It's balanced against itself.
Balanced against itself, but at the same time, it appears that the rules are not too far off in a unit, for example, from where you can expect them to be in 4th.
Yeah, it seems like at the most some data sheet rules will be different. I know that's how it was in 40K.
They literally showed clan rats and were like, clan rats are going to have, in AOS, they're going to have 6 as auto wound. Mm-hmm. Okay, but
they don't. Down to it.
But they don't have that in this. In this, they have that little refresh symbol, which this is maybe what I'm most excited about. Means they come back.
Yep.
You get your clan rats back after they die. You get that D3. That's probably going to stay in the AOS rules. They currently have that. D3 come back at the end of the combat or at the end of the turn. But now, when the unit's wiped, you get to bring them back.
You just get it back. Almost like a Wilder Fiend.
full size, not half. Seemingly no limit on this. Very interesting. They want you to be able to really play with your toys. If you're starting the game and you've got your Spearhead box, have fun. You get to play with your toys. And when they die, you get to bring them back.
Yeah.
Who's going to complain about that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't punish someone for playing now.
Exactly.
Which is very annoying.
Exactly. And so I'm I'm excited. And the other thing they said that I thought was pretty interesting, Cire, was they said that all of the current Vanguard boxes, they were just honest. They said, we're going to rebrand these as Spearhead boxes.
Yeah, they're like, listen.
Don't wait for a new Spearhead box to come out for your army. It's not coming out. We're just rebranding the Vanguard boxes. Yeah. Kind of funny. I start looking through all the armies we have and seeing which ones we had. And we actually don't have very many of them 100% ready to go. We have Slaves. We have Soulblight.
We said Daughters is
Daughters.
Close,
I've
or
not
no?
painted the. There's a the snake. The snake foot lady that I use who casts magic.
Yeah.
There's a warrior version.
Oh, cool.
There's like a warrior snake lady.
Okay.
And she's not. It's not traditionally been how I've played the army. I haven't used melee snake ladies, so I don't have her. I have her and I have her built and primed, but I haven't painted her.
Right.
So kind of weird that I immediately can't play Daughter Spearhead, but that's not GW's fault. That's
your fault.
Incidentally funny. But yeah, a lot of people, like they said, you just are gonna, and they even released. They said the box that has multiple baby giants in it is just gonna be a Spearhead box.
Wow.
So Sons of Behemoth players can.
Yeah, they're not kicked out.
Yeah. I think that's amazing. I'm very excited for Spearhead. I'm excited to stream it for you guys. We'll for sure stream some Spearhead. We'll have to figure out how we're going to do that. The games are...
Play 2 games.
We might play 2 games, or we might just take it easy.
Yeah,
and early.
Do one and say, yeah.
Who knows? But it looks fun. There's no magic phase. You saw that.
Well, that's just in general.
No, there is magic still.
Oh,
in
no.
AOS.
Oh, I thought they got rid of the phase, though.
No. Magic's actually not really changing that much. Oh. This is another reason that I don't think the game is speeding up.
Oh, right.
Yeah. This might have been maybe the biggest one that made me think. It's being handled a little bit differently.
Yeah. That's right. They have the whole power level.
Yeah, it's being handled a little differently, but I don't know how much any of us are going to feel like it's sped up.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I'm kind of skeptical on that one, to be honest. Oops. So, yeah, I think it's interesting. This has no magic phase. Spells are just kind of like just war scroll abilities.
Yeah, and the same,
The same way they are for 40K, kind of right now, right?
Yeah, which I think we all thought might go that way, but
It didn't. How do you feel about that?
I think Magic is a little different in AOS, so I'm glad it's getting a more. I'm glad they're retaining a more fleshed out phase.
Different how? Compared to the psychic phase in previous editions of 40K?
Yeah, well, in 40K, it used to be more similar to what it is in AOS, right? It's a whole phase, whereas now, and it's just like, just do this ability.
But
It's probably a shooting attack.
are you? Yeah, are you? Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of 40K was shooting attacks.
Yeah, it's a shooting attack. Oh, but you have a 4-up invuln, which is actually quite good. I know, in some ways, it's simpler, but
They were buffs. There were buffs and debuffs, but it also felt not as significant.
yeah, it felt like. I mean, it's fantasy, right? Magic feels like it should be more of a thing in fantasy than Psychic in 40K.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, psychic is almost like a unique component to the Warhammer 40,000 setting.
Yeah.
You play Infinity. There's no magic.
Yeah.
Really, right? It's carried out through technology and stuff. So, yeah, I kind of get what you're saying with that. That makes sense.
All right.
Okay.
I didn't have a plan on how I was going to paint these scouts, so I'm just kind of winging it.
How are they coming out?
We'll see. I just started, so that'll probably be fine. I mean, how wrong could it go?
I'm going to finish these guys.
No, I finished one aggressor.
It's significantly more going on. And plus, I guess you did all the airbrushing too, but still, I'm not spending too long on these. So yeah, we'll chat some fan stuff too. Wow, we really packed our schedule here today.
Yeah.
Right?
That's probably why I didn't get anything done. Is all this?
All the schedule packing. We ready for some little
Yeah, let's do some fan stuff. Let's see if I can remember everyone.
Okay, this is Soy Sumer.
Soy Sumer,
Yeah.
awesome.
This is awesome.
Really good. This non-metallic metal is looking great.
It's looking great. Of course, we'd be silly not to mention the banner.
Yes, banner's looking. I'm loving the super saturated colors.
Yeah, it's like
Big
a
fan.
90s. It's like a 90s banner, but I like
Almost, yeah.
it. Yeah, not in a bad way.
No, not in a bad way. Giving me like Ultramarines, 90s Ultramarines vibes,
think
right?
so.
The blue and yellow.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, looking sick. Good job, Soy Sumer.
Yeah, very nice. Sorry, you'll have to. Yeah.
All right. All right. Hold on. Where's the mouse? There we go. All right, next up, we got Filippo, just stunting on all of us.
Oh yeah.
Jumped in here and said,
He's back.
look at what I painted. Everyone else, eat it.
What is this? Is it a cursed cultist? No, this is a flesh eater quartz. Yeah, duh. Yeah, he's been working on these.
Super cool. Amazing job.
This
Good
is-
photography.
Yeah, good photography. Great color choices.
Great color choices.
Yeah. This is a the I forget what he is, but he's like a herald.
Yeah.
For the army, he offers you one bad roll, and if you don't take it, you get a different bad roll.
Okay.
He's like, "Hey, want a really bad roll?" And you're like, "No."
No, and you're like, "All right, well, you get this one then."
instead, you're gonna get a really other bad roll. Yeah.
Freaking delusional. Yeah, it looks awesome though. So good.
Very good. Yeah.
Very good. Next, Soups.
Soups, we know this guy.
Thank you, Soups, for putting your name in. Although I would recognize his Blood Angels from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And also that rainy table.
Yeah.
Clearest day in England.
Meg and I like to check to see if the table's rainy or not.
Yeah.
More often than not, it seems like it's rainy. Yeah.
Yeah, looking good. Big fan of speeders. I'll be running one of these this weekend at Maelstrom Mixer.
Oh, fun.
Yep. Yeah.
With a bunch of flamethrowers all over it.
Meltas. They don't have flamethrowers. They're not brave enough to put flamers on a speeder yet.
Oh, just blow back in their faces while they're driving around.
Yeah.
Check that.
Is this Bright?
Yes, I think that's
Bright?
what you said. Yeah.
Bright, if this is, hold on. Anyway, you talk about it. It looks awesome. I'm really digging the color scheme.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that this is
It's
actually...
like a pretty low-key subtle scheme. Low-key color scheme
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for
for an assassin.
a Vindicare.
But like,
Dude, it looks amazing.
you'd be like, oh, is that going to work, or is that going to be too neutral or too bland? But it's really good.
Yeah,
As
it
turns
is
out.
bright.
Yeah.
It is bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, great job. So cool. I love that brown. It's like a brown brassiness. I don't even know. It looks great though.
He's been painting a ton of his like kind of white, off-white Terminators.
Yeah.
So this is a nice project change, I'm guessing, for him.
Yeah. Looking good. Keep it up. Oh, we know this guy. Molecule Cody, we'll be seeing these this weekend.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see these in person.
Very excited to see these in person.
Yeah. These are ultras, right?
They're-
Dark Ultramarines.
They're ultras. He's kind of described them as Ultramarines for adults.
Ultramarines for adults.
Like the color choice is a little more adulty than
Then the bright.
the pajama, than a 4-year-old boy's pajama colors
Okay.
that we normally get.
Hey, we talked about how much we like that, though.
I know.
I mean, we like saturated colors, but we also appreciate.
I do like it. Yeah.
I really like this. Like, it's almost that gold almost looks like bone, which I really think is cool.
Yeah. These are very cool. I'm very excited to see. He's very excited to see Molecule. Hopefully he dips in Friday. Maybe plays a little Aeronautica. Should be fun. Yeah.
Thank you, Chef. I'm wondering if these are the Maggotkin. These are not Maggotkin. Actually, this could be Maggotkin.
This could. Oh, this could go either way. Actually.
Yeah, he's been painting some demons. All of the demons have been this color, though, so I'm not sure if this is the Maggotkin color also. But, hey, look, these are looking great. I think we mentioned it before. It's really cool seeing Chef. I think, like, it's pretty cool seeing your progress over time. You know, you've been a part of the server for a long time. It's really cool seeing your style change. And, look, these look awesome. I think these are really cool. Sick Beast O'Nurgle.
The Beast O'Nurgle's a cool kit. Yeah, the blue's great.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that would be.
It's a bold choice, right?
It's a bold choice. You'd be like, I don't know, but it's good.
Yeah,
it's
you nailed it. You got it. All right. Next up, Vino. Look,
these look good.
Getting ahead of the
Yeah.
spells.
He wants his. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Nagash can no longer cast through this because his Hand of Death ability, because it's not a cast anymore.
It's just an ability
it's
now.
An
right?
ability. But that's okay. These are still going to be cool. And also, Vino is going to Small Town Throwdown.
Yeah.
With me down in SoCal in about a month. We're headed down. I'm headed down. I'll meet him down there. Just talk to Vino, but that's okay. It's a big area, millions of people. And we're playing in Small Town Throwdown together. And he is bringing Nagash. He's bringing Third Ed Nagash.
Oh, he's like,
so Nagash will be able to Hand of Death through this. Yeah.
One last
hurrah. A lot of people are doing one last hurrahs at Small Town Throwdown. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. And then finally, I'm gonna blow this picture up because it was a little small. Siege Roots.
Oh yeah. Which is cool to see some stuff from Siege Roots.
Siege Roots doing me a personal. He's trying to hurt my feelings.
Oh, because you hate crisis suits.
I hate crisis suits.
It's so funny that you hate crisis.
I hate them.
Why do you hate crisis suits so much?
Yeah, you know what's actually funny? Because when I played against them, funnily enough, in Maelstrom Mixer last year for the first time,
they just
do everything.
Oh, yeah,
actually,
yeah.
they can actually just shoot and fly, and they'll absolutely destroy you. Oh, and they're actually super tough too. They're not that expensive,
and they're kind of not that bad in melee.
They're not that bad. They're actually really good in melee too.
Like against a dedicated melee unit, like something like crazy melee Terminators, no. But against like 10 cultists, they'll pick them up in melee.
They'll take out squads of custodians actually with the right relic. Yeah, totally balanced. Anyway, nice Siege Roots. These look great.
This is how I feel about a Mortis guard. This is your Mortis guard. Yeah.
I'm really so this color scheme is reminding me. This is really weird. This is like unlocked an old memory of like I used to have this like Japanese Transformer toy.
And this is the colors.
It was like purple and red and orange, and it's like
it's cool
nostalgia.
It's also the color combination of like the icy like pop flavor like from forever ago.
Oh yeah.
Megan and I've talked about. I painted when Megan and I did our troll episode back in the early days of the channel, where we both painted the same model but used different color, gave each other different color schemes.
Yeah.
I picked these 3 colors because I picked the pack from like the 80s of like push pops.
Right.
Like frozen push pops that came in orange, grape, and cherry.
Right.
And the packaging was all those 3 colors like this. And I love it. And he's done a nice job. I don't think that's what he was going for. Like, oh, let me paint my crisis suits like push pops. But like, I'm into it.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the red panel lining's really great.
Yes.
All right, I think that's it. Yep.
That's it.
All right.
You want me to show where I'm at?
Yeah, show where you're at. I'll show where I'm at. We've got a little bit longer left, but
Yeah, so I'm calling in on these guys. I'll show you what I've done, what I could do, but I'm not going to do.
okay.
So I went ahead and kind of put a little bit, I could add a little yellow highlight on the two smaller guns. I did it on the big gun here. I did all the edge highlighting. I'm not edge highlighting the metallic. I did a little bit yellow. You guys can see a little bit of yellow edge highlighting on this, but not too much, kind of selective. And that's it. And they're tiny models, so I'm happy with this level of effort put into them. I think the last thing I'll do in the waning minutes of the stream is put a little ultramat on the cockpit with a brush.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it with an airbrush.
I thought you'd approve.
I approve.
And it'll just up the difference between the gloss and the cockpit in a way that is not purely color, but now
Yeah, you can get contrast in multiple spectrums,
yeah,
multiple areas. I don't know if spectrum is the right word, but
spectrum. I don't know. Okay.
I need to go back and see what the suggestions for my chaos. I seen one from Umi, some white knighting Reddit mods. I don't know what color that armor would be, but
Oh my god.
Maggotkin. All right, so Broken. If you're still here, maybe I'll just message you, or I'll put it up when we make a graphic for it. What color are your Maggotkin? Send it to me. I'll make a. I need to figure out some colors for it. And also, like, I might also, I'm willing to do a little bit of kit bashing too. And this also extends to your, if you have a 40K Chaos Warband, let me know too, because we can transfer.
I know Liberty Fires does.
Yeah, actually, Liberty is white, right? He's a white Chaos Armor. Is that right?
No.
Or is it snow? Oh, he has snow bases. That's what it was.
Yeah, he has snow bases, but they're like word bearers, kind of. I think.
Oh, sick.
Colors.
Well, Liberty, let me know.
It is kind of interesting if you end up doing some of the like traditional Chaos Space Marine colors, like almost like Alpha Legion kind of. Like what is he doing? And
Hey, what's he doing here? I mean, I did one of the Vanguard is Heresy era Death Guard colors.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna do a Sons of the Horse one like Holly's?
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. So you'll see it in a video soon if you watch our videos. I don't know if anyone here watches our videos. I'm actually using Sons of Horus transfers for the foot infantry for my foot infantry as opposed to mounted. It's not a thing. For the foot people in my army.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, well, the Eye of Horus is not a thing in AOS, so.
A lot of transfers are kind of the worldy. There's a ton of, and if you want to look through mine, there's a ton of the Calth and Prospero.
Yeah.
Calth and Prospero transfers laying around.
Yeah, and it's like they don't have any meaning in AOS, so I can say whatever it is, and I think what I'm going to say is, you know how Archeon has the Eye of Shirian, right? He has the third eye in his helmet.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that represents the third eye of Archeon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But like the word bearers specific text from the language they learned or whatever.
Colchizian, yeah.
Yeah,
It looks like chaos. So.
It's very chaosy, and those transfers are everywhere. I have a ton of those, and same with the Prospero ones for the Thousand Suns.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna be using those.
I mean, they might even be cool. You've done one Tzeentch Knight.
Yeah, I actually need to do. I need to do more. I think I have some plans for another Tzeentch Vanguard because I don't have any Tzeentch Vanguard.
Okay.
I guess you could maybe say the Ice Guy's kind of Tzeentch. But
yeah.
Not really.
Oh no, not really.
He's more undivided.
He's kind of undivided, yeah. Okay, there they are. We've got the matte varnish on the green part. It did make a difference, which is good. And I'm calling it.
Okay.
Can we see what you've been up to?
Yeah, here, you can take this guy.
Get these out of here.
Take that guy, and then I'll send this. Well, maybe I'll show where he's at now.
Just
let me finish up a little bit of his back, and then this will only take a second. So right now he just looks like an Imperial Fist because I haven't done the salamander stripes on him yet.
This guy needs a matte varnish, sir. Right?
Yeah, he definitely does. He's out of uniform without his.
He's glossy as hell. Camera can't even really pick him up. Honestly,
not fit for the battlefield.
This guy would get wrecked by a Necron flyer with a double flamethrowers.
No, look how big he is. You know what? You hit on 5s, he automatically hits. So.
That's true. Does he automatically hit flyers? Yes.
Yeah, sure.
In the current rules.
Not in Horus Heresy, but also those wouldn't exist.
Oh, yeah, this is a cool model. I love the Heresy. Honestly, not Heresy, the new Primaris Scout.
Scouts, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
Yeah, so he looks like an Imperial Fist right now because he doesn't have his stripes on.
This black is so matte. What is this?
That's your black. I actually really like it. It's this pure. I might unseat my favorite, which is the Vallejo monocolor black.
This is like in between.
It almost
it's almost Musu black.
Yeah, it's like
honestly.
ultra matte.
It's quite black.
Yeah.
If you put this next to Musu, you'd immediately see the difference. But until then, it's like pretty much Musu black.
Very black.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I did I'm doing the Phobos helmets for the. Actually, I have these custom helmets too. Maybe I'll show that real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got these cool 3D printed helmets. They look like the Heresy Blood Angels helmets.
Oh, that's so cool.
You know what? Funnily enough, it looks like that helmet I was just talking about for our Night Arcanum.
This guy looks cool. His cape. What are you doing for the cape again?
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the armor, right? I'm going to do this yellow armor, but I'm going to do the yellow a different shade. So I'm going to make the yellow maybe a little bit more earthy toned, as opposed to this bright yellow.
This cape is cool.
Yeah. So that's going to have flames on it. You can see the red is starting to...
We were worried that brown and yellow together suggests poop and pee.
Yeah.
And,
which we don't want.
Because we're immature, and that's where our minds went. But we assume other people are like that too.
Yeah, we're like, kaka poo poo pee pee, no.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want that.
Just like right away. Just like immediately what we both thought when you were like, should I do brown? Like, that's poop and pee.
No, it looks like...
it
looks like a nasty toilet, unflushed.
Like a bad toilet.
All right. We're going to start getting ready to roll out here.
Let's roll out.
We got to do our last promo, though. I forgot to talk about this. Hey, if you want to get some time with some better painters than us, hey, why is it only me on screen? That's creepy.
At least slightly more mature.
Yeah, certainly. Well,
for now, anyway. Until he.
I don't know. He painted that basically like doo doo.
Once he feels more
comfy. He can talk about
his
his
toilet just as
humor.
much as us.
These are the dates when Devin will be back. He's going to be doing some awesome workshops. If you want a literally award-winning painter to teach you some stuff, make sure you have these dates in mind. You do have to be a mandrill to get them live.
Yep.
That means you have to be the second tier of our membership.
And heads up, that 156, that's like 5 days from now.
Yes, very soon.
What date is that?
Is that during Maelstrom Mixer?
Is that during Maelstrom Mixer?
That's a Sunday, isn't it?
Is it Sunday?
Well, we should probably figure that out.
Yeah, we'll check that out.
We'll figure that out.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because we'll be doing Maelstrom Mixer and Devin will be on Discord during this for our mandrill. So it doesn't matter. But yeah, okay.
So, and also basing. Looking great.
Speaking of
mandrills.
Okay, thank you to our mandrills as always. Yeah, that's the big thing to say right there.
Yeah.
Excited to see some of you this weekend.
This weekend, yeah. Digital Designer will be there.
We'll see him. And Molecule.
Holly will be there.
Holly. Leah. I mean, we see them.
Graham's definitely going to be there because he's running it.
He's running it. Yeah, we'll see Graham. So awesome.
All right. Well, that was great.
That was it. With that, as we like to say, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, and always be creating. Bye, everyone.
Bye.